do what I do, because I don't give a fuck. One or two people side with it, and them the one or two people that's rolling with me. I'm not looking at the majority. I told y'all from day one, the majority's not gonna side with you. I'm only gonna get subscribers here and there, and that's cool. I'd rather have 50 killers than 1,000 soldiers. Yeah. So they always gonna be mad. Welcome. Welcome.
That's just how it is. You have to check this out. Because we're warning guys about the bad woman, which now has pretty much leveraged most of the world. So the type of woman that is good is pretty much slim. We're not teaching hate. We're teaching.
This year, my mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
These colorful binders help me stay organized.
These headphones are just what I need for studying.
These new sneakers are just what I needed for the new year.
This jacket is a real must-have.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
These scissors really come in handy in art class. These colored pencils, too. These new socks? They can be a real lifesaver.
And I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
You are not niggers. You are not coons. You may smoke reef and drink wine and do crazy, wicked things, but you are not a wicked person by nature. You have lent yourself to wickedness, but you are a divine creature that must now come into the knowledge and power of your own divinity. And no preacher can resurrect you into your divinity. It takes God himself to bring you into your own divine nature. So we're not dealing with prophets. We have walked out of prophet teaching. This is the time and the presence of God. So I don't talk about God will come. God is already here. And he's working in me to resurrect you to your divine nature.
Salute, and welcome to class, guys. Come on in, hit that like button. That's how you pay your school tuition. Keep in mind that we don't cater to any groups, gangs, communities, religions, feelings, or emotions. We cater to the truth. We cater to common sense. And we do not complicate that, guys. So we got a crazy one today, guys. We got a reporting, not so much a reaction. I mean, I give you my reaction, but we're going to learn this together. We're going to sit back and we're going to watch this thing unfold together, guys. And believe you me when I tell you the generational curse is alive and it's a well. You know what I mean? If you raise your kids, you get to spoil your grandkids. If you do not raise your kids, you're going to have to raise your grandkids, guys. And this is a prime example of that. This guy that we're going to review today is one of the most Helluva sons in the world. It was a runner-up, guy, for Helluva Sons of the Year. You had Scrappy, you had Safari, you had Blueface. You know what I mean? I know I'm missing somebody. You know what I mean? Y'all give me some names, but Helluva Sons of the Year. But all of them guys didn't amount to this one dude that we're about to go over today. So he is the winner of the hell of a son. He is the most hell of them all. Oh yeah, Jim Jones, you could throw in that hell of a son list. You know what I mean? With his mama, son, husband, self. All right, guys. So I'm waiting for my guy BT. You know what I mean? He's doing something right now, but when he get free, he'll be jumping on. And the dean, I know he was at the office today, so he's probably closing up over there. But let's get on into it, guys. Darrell Brooks was sentenced to life in prison without possibility of extended supervision Wednesday for driving his SUV into a crowd of Christmas parade attendees in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Last year killing 6 people and wounding dozens. Guys. All right? So that's just a little backstory on him right there. Let's see what we got right here, guys. All right. For those of you that may not know anything on this situation, let's get on into this. All right. Hold on now. And it's been a year, guys. A year since November 17th. November 17th made it a year, guys.
Now this, Waukesha Parade killer Darrell Brooks burying his head in his hands as a Wisconsin jury finds him guilty on 76 charges relating to last year's tragedy. Some of those charges include 6 counts of first-degree intentional homicide, Wisconsin's equivalent of murder, and 61 counts of reckless endangerment.
Kimberly Coronado is a Waukesha resident who witnessed the parade tragedy and joins us now. Kimberly, good morning to you. It took the judge about a half hour yesterday to read all the guilty verdicts. What is your reaction this morning to the outcome of this case?
Good morning. So I think a lot of us were able to maybe take a breath. It's validation. I think justice needs to happen even more so with laws, stricter enforcement of our laws, our state statutes. I think Susan Opper needs to really stand on her word that she's going to convict criminals and uphold the laws.
Kimberly, will a verdict like this help your community heal, or are the wounds just still too fresh for that to happen now?
They are very fresh. I think we are able, it's a step forward. It is not a complete healing at all. I think we will have long-term, lifelong trauma and really a lifelong healing.
Kimberly, it's been almost a year since this horrific attack took place. Bring us back to that moment. Where were you and what did you see?
So I was with my nieces and my sister-in-laws, and we were in front of Subway. We always are. And my daughter was at my feet. What I saw was the red SUV going over a person. I didn't know at the time who it was, but the front tires went and then the back tires went. And at that point, I knew it wasn't an accident. I knew it was on purpose. And thank goodness my sister-in-law pulled my niece out of harm's way. And we just saw a bumper and tires just within inches of us. And that plays over in my head over and over again. And I didn't know because I was sequestered as a witness. I didn't know who it was. Nobody exchanged information. I didn't stick around to find out if she was okay. She was whisked away to safety. I was dealing with my own realization of what was going on.
Right.
And I finally found out that her name is Nicole, and she is alive. So
Great.
Oh, thank God.
Goodness. As we hear your story and we look at the video once again of this horrific incident, it goes without saying crime is going to play a huge role across the nation, but specifically in your state. All this as Wisconsin Democrat Senate candidate Mandela Barnes has this new campaign ad sort of changing the narrative that was surrounding him, or at least trying to, on crime. Watch this.
We knew the other side would make up lies about me to scare you. Now they're claiming I want to defund the police and abolish ICE. That's a lie.
Okay, that's what the commercial says, but Barnes has a long history of supporting defund the police, taking funds away from law enforcement, even posing with a shirt calling to abolish ICE, literally the exact opposite of what he said in that commercial. Is the average Wisconsin voter seeing through this last-minute deflection by Barnes?
I do believe so. I mean, I think even in our city, we need safety. We are hesitant to go out. We just had a carjacking in our city, just on our main street on Sunset Drive. And, you know, it was for...
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. It's...
All right, guys. So enough of that. But that's the latest. That's the latest. So now let's go back, guys. Let's get in depth. Let's get in depth a little bit. This is the guy also, guys. The guy went and said he didn't want a lawyer. He also is a rapper, guys. Did you know that? This guy was a rapper. Like, he got all of the traits and qualities of a hell of a son, guys. All of the traits and qualities of a hell of a son. This is him. Fair use. I hope I don't get a copyright. But you know what I'll do? I'll just mute it. I'll mute it. But you know what I mean? This is what he was doing. So now he's in court playing crazy. But before he got caught doing what he was doing, this is him. So now you tell me if this is a crazy person. This crazy, all that shit they want to say. This is one of his music videos, guys. Fair use. You know what I mean? You know, in the kitchen. Dope boy. You know what I mean? Pookie in it. Eating off the Pookie image. Eating off the Pookie propaganda. So he ain't all that crazy. This is Darrell Brooks. He cut his hair. This is before he cut his hair. You know what I mean? Pookie. You know what I mean? Your average Pookie. Your average hell of a son. You know what I mean? So now he in court playing crazy now. Now he in court playing like he done lost his mind. Like he got all of these illnesses and stuff like that, guys. So now we're going to go to the night they pulled up on him. The night that they pulled up on him and caught him, yo. This is body cam footage shows Darrell Brooks' arrest after the Waukesha Parade attack. Brazen kind of character, bro. And we pass these guys on the road all day. You know those thirsty drivers that's like, calm down, slow down, bro. Those little cut you off drivers. Hell of a sons. Mama energy, feminine energy, not in control of their emotions. You know, so emotional. A lot of guys is like that. Get so emotional and, you know what I mean, overreact. Bet you got a big picture of Malcolm X in his room. Big old picture of overreaction. Body cam, guys. This is body cam. Fair use, guys.
Big Ben. Any unit that is on Elizabeth Street currently advised. Robert 277. Take him to the hospital for a plan of care.
What did I do? Lay on your stomach. What did I do?
Robert, are you on?
You got something? What's your name?
Did this nigga not say what I do? Bro, you know you just mowed over a bunch of people, yo. Dozens of people in your car. You know what the fuck you did. Helluva Sun Energy. No accountability, guys. No accountability. Who he get it from? Who taught him how to be stupid? We gonna see. Stick around.
Name on it, man?
No. Okay, relax. Cooperate with us. Okay.
Paused at 1 minute and 4 seconds. What did we see in that portion of the video?
That was a sandwich.
Where did that sandwich come from?
His right pants pocket.
The subject on the ground is?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please resume at 104.
Robert 277.
I just used somebody's phone to call for a living, that's all.
Oh, okay.
That's what I need. Yeah, one male 1026, the blackmail threat short leisure.
I'll tell you what. If everything turns out to be on the up and up, life will be good, and you'll be on your way, all right?
I got it. Suspect, I presume?
Unknown. Ask him. Ask him if he knows. He was on the...
Salute, and welcome to class. We got BT in the house. Brian Turner, what's going on, my guy?
Mr.Goodbread, I'm trying to bounce it back. What's down with it?
What's going on, man? Yo, I appreciate you. Thanks for sending in this content, man. We chopped it up already. We already know where we going with it. So let's get straight down to it, man. Let's finish doing this right here, man. But before we go any further, man, what grinds your gears with this story in particular?
Yeah, thanks, bro. Just how entitled this gentleman is, you're gonna see this guy represents the kind of dude a lot of us grew up with. I know I did. Darrell Brooks, there's either Darrell Brooks in your family, a Darrell Brooks in your neighborhood, a Darrell Brooks at your job, or even a Darrell Brooks, you know, just amongst people you know. But this guy is very entitled, and you can tell somebody taught him to act this stupid. Like, this isn't the kind of stupidity you just born with. This is something that you have to be developed and cultivated. Like, you know how kids are taught to either be athletes, some kids are taught to be football and baseball players. This dude was taught to be basically a reject. You know, he represents everything we talk about on this platform.
Right. Everything we is not. And he also represents that small percentage of guys modern women love to talk about, but they love to have their babies.
He is them. He is them. He's them in male form. But continue. My apologies.
Let's get it.
The porch here.
Yeah, I was using his phone. I was using his phone.
You're holding the WMH room, loading her down.
I called my
Any squads available for a transport?
to give me a lift. That's all. I was just using his phone.
Sarah, this is Schwartz. I'm leaving WSC. Where do you need me?
Can I just sit up? Can I please just sit up? You have any weapons? No, sir. What's your name, guy?
9209.
I just told her my name.
What did you tell Park?
Yes, sir. What's your first name? Darrell Brooks? Yes, sir.
Additional victims to return in the next block.
Copy.
No additional victims.
This matches the description of the guy that got called on who was going door to door over here.
Yeah, I was trying.
Where are your shoes, man?
I was trying to use somebody's phone.
Where are your shoes?
My flip-flops is in his house. He was saying he just gave me a jacket.
He's identifying soft fat, lighter skin, black male, dreadlocks, red shirt, blue jeans, no shoes.
Yeah, I did go to the house. I went to that house right there, right down the street, right here.
Where you coming from, man?
I was coming from that parade down here.
Okay.
I know a friend down here.
I think that's a fabulous idea.
I can't.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Roll over on your butt.
Okay, not you.
Roll.
No, you done fucked up, right? You gonna say I was at the parade? Yeah, they know you was at the parade. How fast did you leave? How fast?
Y'all are gonna see it's gonna recur a lot within this story. This is not an intelligent person, and I don't mean to call everybody with a background like his unintelligent, but you're gonna find this guy to be particularly unintelligent. He's also very contradicting, which is a trait of a lot of ratchet bitches.
Roll over on your butt. Roll up on your knees. Roll over on. Roll up on your knees.
Okay. 500 watts of Elizabeth.
Stand up.
Right now. 553 Elizabeth.
What are you doing?
Freaking
sweet.
Chapter here.
Did I do something? That is yet to be
Go
determined,
to front
sir.
of my squad, man.
Okay.
Is there anything I need to sticky puppy hurt?
No, not at all, sir.
Okay.
Not at all. I don't have any weapons. Glad to hear it. Nothing like that. How did you get up over here, man? I was coming to see a friend. Yeah? Where's your friend? I don't know now.
Spin your back your hand for me. You injured at all, dude?
Yeah.
What hurts?
When they slammed me, my knee, I'm out. I already have.
Playing the victim.
Okay, yes.
The
yes,
absolute
yes.
victim.
That's my ID. It certainly is. Yes.
And FYI, folks, we're gonna be here for a minute.
I bet you are.
It's gonna be a long one.
It's similar to when you're dealing with these baby mothers and these hell of a mothers, boy. They gonna drag this shit. They will drag the hell out the situation. That be their most excitement and the most entertainment for the day for them.
They live boring lives, bro. Drama is their way of playing basketball. They can't play no sports. They don't have the discipline for it. They got to do drama. Drama is their sports.
It's their escape. It's their escape from their bullshit of a life to be all up in other people's drama and business. Like if once that drama and business die down, they ain't got to go back to their trauma.
Right. You know, that's what they did the Doomsday Date.
Go ahead and take a seat for me, Darrell.
Bring it out.
All right, guys. So with that said, let's go into another piece. Let's go into this man's most outright stupidest moments in court. You know what I mean, guys? The guy fires his own judge. He fires his own lawyer. You want to break down that part right there for me, BT? How is he representing himself in court right now? And he doesn't have the education.
Well, for one, when you're dealing with people like this, the reason why you let people like this represent himself is because this case is so high profile. The thing is, they're trying to get the maximum amount of time possible, which I'm sure you're familiar with. You know, what they're trying to do basically is they're trying to give him enough rope to hang himself. And by him representing himself is trying to show that, yeah, he is stupid. Yeah, he is retarded, but he is competent enough to know that what he did was wrong. He's just an unentitled bastard.
Right.
That's all they was trying to do.
Right. And this is where all of his energy come from. It come from entitlement. When them parents swoop in and fix the kid's problems, and they always doing this for the kid, and they spoil them up. Remember, if you don't raise them and you spoil them up, then you'll end up raising the next generation.
Word.
It gives us one beautiful workspace.
So if you are allowed to represent yourself in this case, sir, you will not have attorneys assisting you. If I let them withdraw, they're gone from this case. Do you understand that?
I think I would probably be better served representing myself.
The state of Wisconsin has spent more than a week presenting its case against Darrell Brooks. He's accused of killing 6 people and wounding dozens more at the Waukesha Christmas Parade last year. Now we are going to look at some of the wildest moments in the trial where Brooks was removed from the courtroom for outbursts.
Fair use. This for educational purposes only.
Sidebar podcast. Darrell Brooks, of course, as we've been telling you, is representing himself. He claims that he is a sovereign citizen, meaning that he's not subject to the laws of the United States. And he has been removed from the courtroom several times. Every day, it seems like we don't know what we're going to get with him. Now, Brooks faces more than 60 counts, including 6 intentional homicide charges. He is accused of driving his red SUV into that parade last November. The 6 people who were killed are Jane Coolidge, 8-year-old Jackson Sparks, Wilhelm Halspel, Tamara Durand, Leanna Owen.
And this is where it's getting crazy at, guys. This is where it's getting crazy at, guys, because you already know you got your leftists and you got your far rights who are making this a colored thing. They love to play with the crayon box. This is pure evil. You know what I mean? Whether it have been a white guy who mowed over 6 black people, it has still been pure evil. But note how when a black person does something to a white person, you don't really hear the racist. That's racist. You don't hear
It doesn't
that
fit the
word.
narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Part of their agenda of that side, the left side, what they're trying to do is they're trying to basically lower, not even so much lower, they're basically trying to downplay that there are still, in fact, a lot of people on their side who are committing just as many crimes as anybody else, if not more crime than anybody else in the United States.
Right.
And they're trying to, because let's just be real, a lot of people on that side, they date guys like Darrell Brooks.
Right.
They date guys like Darrell Brooks. And, you know, and what you'll see throughout this trial is that this judge, she's basically going to treat him like a naughty little schoolboy. She's going to put him in timeout. That's what they think about. Yeah.
She's gonna eggshell walk also. They're eggshell walking because she's white and he's black. So
Right. And then
yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's showing how far we have come now.
Because you don't want to get a mistrial and you don't want him to get an insanity plea. You want to give him as much rope to hang himself. Which just shows you how much smarter people are than these damn simp thugs, you know?
Facts. Facts. But this is embarrassing, yo. On some black man shit, this is embarrassing. This is why Ben gave my black card in like five months ago and shit. They could have it, and I mean, this shit is embarrassing, yo.
And Virginia Sorensen. Many, many more people were injured. On Tuesday of this week, Brooks called Juan Marquez to testify for him in his defense case. He was actually called out of order because there was an interpreter on hand to help translate his answers for the court and for the jury. Juan Marquez was injured, so was his son, and Brooks repeatedly objected throughout Marquez's testimony.
And you had torn ligaments?
Objection leading.
Overruled.
You say that in the question before?
Yes.
And were those both in
He
the
a
same
sassy
day?
little nigga.
Objection leading.
Sorry,
Yes.
overruled.
Here's one thing you need to do before you start your holiday shopping. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first.
Watch this.
If we just wait when there's an objection. I'm overruling it. It's relevant. It's not leading. The witness's answers may stand.
Yeah, you overrule every objection.
And the jury will disregard the additional commentary made by Mr. Brooks at this time.
Judicial misconduct at its finest.
And which leg was that, sir?
Objection, action, answer.
Overruled. You may answer.
Voy a contestar la pregunta. El pie izquierdo. My left leg.
Did you have to have surgery on that leg?
Objection leading.
Overruled.
Sí. Yes.
Let's see what y'all.
Just one?
Dos. Two.
That's not gonna work either.
Mr. Brooks, you are advised to stop with the commentary.
No, I'm gonna say what I want.
You called this witness. I'm gonna take a break right now and excuse
Pause it, Mr. Goodbread, if you don't mind.
Facts. Did the motherfucker say I can say what I want to say? Do he not know how this shit work?
Who does that sound like?
That sound like a hell of a mother to me. You can't tell them shit. You can't tell a slave owner shit.
You trying to tell her stop spending so much money so we could pay our bills on time, but she constantly interjecting you and talking to you like basically you're her father or something like that.
Right. I can say what I want to say. That's mine. You know what I mean? Childish. Possessive. Entitled.
That's not fair to the jury. They have a right to hear everything. not finna sit here and let you fix the trial because you don't want to tell the truth to the jury.
Mr. Brooks, please stop.
No, ain't no please.
You are
nothing.
being disruptive.
Ain't
You
no
are being
please, nigga.
disrespectful.
You always
The
gonna
witness
find
may
some
step
reason to
down.
say somebody's being disruptive because they want the truth to be out there. Man, quit it. You supposed to be the
Mr.
judge.
Brooks, I'm advising you that continued interruptions. will
This is
be
how he acted in high school, I guarantee it.
in this
Under what law and
during
fact can you do that?
Illinois versus Allen.
Okay,
sir.
what the fourth option that you made up that's not even in the law?
Mr.
Because
Brooks,
you can't do that.
I need to make a
By law, you
ruling.
can't do
I
that.
need to
And
make
you
a
know you
finding.
can't.
All right, I'm going to excuse everyone. Mr. Brooks is being removed from the courtroom. He will continue in the neighboring courtroom. Please make sure he has his objection sign and a pad of paper.
Now, after spending some time in the other courtroom where Brooks has spent some time during this
Put the nigga in
trial,
timeout.
he's allowed to come back into the main courtroom.
The court is going to continue with the direct examination by the state of Detective Carpenter.
They took the nigga to the special ed room.
Not ISS.
They took him to the special ed room where everything's bigger. The blocks is bigger. The words is bigger. Everything's bigger.
Nothing sharp.
Nothing sharp. Everything padded.
Darrell, go to the corner.
I would like you to come back to this courtroom. Are you willing to conduct yourself consistently with the decorum and respect inherent in the concepts of courts and judicial proceedings?
I didn't do anything to be held in contempt in the first place.
So are you willing to abide by the rules of decorum and civility? I would direct your attention to SCR Chapter 62, which has been provided to you previously.
Does that say anything in there about me being held in contempt?
That does not, no.
So why have I been held in contempt?
I didn't hold you in contempt, sir. You are simply in a different court.
I was about to say that, BT. Like, I never heard her say anything about. So, oh yeah, that's hell of a
Yeah,
mother right
that's
there.
a hell of a mother. It's like she's trying to tell you. You said I could spend it. I didn't say anything about you spending no type of money. I told you I'll give you the money when I'm able to. Don't put words in my mouth.
Or better yet, when you tell her, yo, fuck you. Oh, you said fuck my child? You said fuck your daughter?
Yep,
Bitch,
I was going there next.
You heard me very clear, bitch. I said fuck you.
You said you wanted to see me. I wanted to see my son.
Right.
I want to see my kids.
Right. Put words right in your mouth, B. She didn't say that, Darrell. Come on now, Darrell. Play fair, Darrell.
On your disruptive behavior. I'm giving you the
has not been disruptive.
I've put my findings on the record, sir, and the record stands in that regard. I'm giving you the opportunity, if you can, indicate to this court that you will conduct yourself with courtesy and decorum.
Can't believe that's a grown man she's talking to right there, BT. I cannot believe that.
We all know somebody like him. Darrell Brooks is the dude in the hood who he's only seems smart to the young niggas still in high school. He's in his 30s trying to tell them about life. When he was their same age, he was dumber than them.
Yeah, he could sell them on his fake ass rap music and the story that the imagery that he depict through his rap music.
I bet his big. They say his big homie. They say he's some kind of blood or some kind of dom. They say his big homie like 18.
And he's a grown ass man.
Yeah, he got put on by a bunch of 16 and 18-year-olds. Sad, bro.
Sad, sorry dude, bro. Sorry nigga.
Are you willing to do that, sir?
And Mr. Goodbread, not to get off subject, but do you know you're the age of most people I hang around?
You may recall at the beginning of this trial, back on Friday.
That's why you, and it shows in your masculine frame, your delivery, the way you carry yourself around these parts of town, bro.
I never hung around. When I played ball, I hung around the seniors. When I was in college, I was in the military. I hung around. All the people I hung around was people smarter than me and more in shape. That way they can help me get smarter and more in shape. I didn't hang around people who I figure I was better than. Not that I think I'm better than nobody, but I always hang around people who I figure I can get something out of.
Yeah. I mean, and it's going to start with that dad being in the crib, or the father figure, or the uncle. You know what I mean? But nowadays, these mothers be so shitty. They be fighting with the brother. They be so jealous of what their mother is giving to the brother, so they don't fuck with the brother. So they cut off
That's a
all
great
means.
point.
They cut off all means of masculinity to their child. You know what I mean? All points of entry, they cut it off. They hate men. Like, they hate masculinity. We know that. We know that they're Lilith, and we know
It's a
Lilith hated
lesbian spirit.
masculinity. Yeah,
A
Lilith
lesbian
hated
spirit.
masculinity. She wanted
Mhm.
Adam on the bottom every time.
She was jealous.
Jealous.
October 7th. Darrell Brooks had a COVID test, and there was some discussion about that. And Judge Jennifer Doro wanted to know the results of Darrell Brooks's COVID test. But Brooks didn't want that read aloud in the courtroom. So Judge Doro had him removed, sent to that other courtroom, and then she read the test results.
So that the test result could be obtained, and if necessary, by reasonable force. It's my understanding there was some type of situation or altercation between Mr. Brooks and the deputies. Ultimately, though, I think he was taken into the bullpen. He was brought back out, but it was very clear to me that he was upset. I think understandably so, but I needed to make a record of what was being done, including that I have obtained the test result. So there's an accurate record in this case related to the motion that was raised previously by Mr. Brooks. I want Mr. Brooks to know that I am not removing him from when the jurors are brought back in. It was just simply because he was upset. He was very.
This is the problem. Look how they talk to criminals. This man just killed 6 people and they fucking pussyfooting around. Yo, bro.
Like he's in timeout.
Couldn't have been in the biblical times, bro. This nigga would have been had 5 stones on his head. We'd have been picking him up already.
Or crucifying his ass. I'm just keeping it a G with you.
That's a fact. It's clear as day. He committed murder. You know what I mean? We ain't got to go eye for an eye, but he needs to go to jail. Period. What the fuck is it?
And you know, we all understand due process. We done all been there, bro. But the thing is, what they trying to do is they know how these liberals are, and they know these liberals are gonna try to paint. Liberals will defend anybody just because they black. They understand liberals will defend a dude like this just as they can fit their narrative.
They caused the divide and conquer, and now they doing the money grab. It's all a money grab. Lock this man up. Y'all know this man need to be locked up, but y'all keep this shit going to make money. Lawyers get paid, judges get paid, everybody get paid. Entertainment value goes through the roof. You scare the people up. Like, everybody wins. Come on, get the fuck out of here. Except for the victim family.
You're right, bro.
Loud when I walked into the courtroom before going on back on the record. He was yelling about his constitutional rights being violated. I advised him that if there was any type of use of force that he wanted to complain about, he could certainly do that through the proper channels with the sheriff's department. But just given his state of agitation and my need to make a record, I had him taken to the other courtroom. He is currently muted. I do not intend to go forward with additional testimony. Ultimately, I'm going to take an early lunch break because of this, but I will make a record of the following. I have the result.
Now, throughout this trial, most of the time, we've actually seen Darrell Brooks.
Hold on, I ain't going to let you slide by. You're going to take an early lunch break because of your feelings, ma'am? You see why y'all be in these workplaces getting 77 cents less than men, ma'am?
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Had that been a male judge, the trial would have been over in a week.
See?
Tell me I'm lying.
Can't make
I want one of y'all to tell me I'm lying. Somebody, if I'm lying, somebody explain it to me. Had that been a male judge, the trial would be over in a week, maybe a week and a half. Tell me I'm lying.
You ain't lying. She thought she was gonna slide that over though. I'm on everything. We on everything.
My mom, you know, my uncle a lawyer. My mom, he's married to. Well, he's a lawyer now, but he used to be. I got an uncle who was a lawyer. Dog, he's the king of throwing niggas in prison. You know, tell me I'm lying.
Gotta.
Brooks over the last week or so in a suit and tie. That is something the judge wanted him to do from the very beginning. But you may recall in the beginning of the trial, in the first few days, Brooks actually refused to wear street clothes and instead appeared in court in a jail jumpsuit.
It is your choice, though. Are you willing to go back to your cell and put on your suit?
It is my right to do so or to not do so. And at this point, Your Honor, who doesn't know that I'm in custody?
And then they pick the finest times to want to use these rights, and they always use the wrong right to make themselves look like a fucking fool, yo. The mothers do this shit all of the time, B. They start swearing to God that they know their rights, and they ain't never read the
They don't know.
Constitution.
They don't know anything past their little limited understanding. Shout out to the world class. When they reach the limit of their understanding, they start babbling. He's gonna start babbling in this scene. Roll the clip.
Custody.
Mr. Brooks, I've had many trials with individuals who were in custody, and when I've talked to the jurors after the conclusion of the case, they had no idea. The whole point of allowing for street clothing is not only to shield jurors.
Discover the Ozempic Zone. Ask your healthcare provider about Ozempic.
But we have it in the other color, which is custody, but also you being in a suit and a tie or other street clothing, I think also lends to the dignity of the proceedings. This is a trial. Again, it is your choice. Are you willing to?
Nobody ever taught him that, Mr. Goodbread.
He didn't know that.
He didn't know that. Nobody ever taught him that. My dad taught me that when I was 8 years old.
With all due respect, I do not agree with that assessment whatsoever.
It don't matter what you think, bro. I hope people understand that. Not just him, but people need to understand. It don't matter what you think. It's about what's real and what's not, and what's true and what's false.
Yeah, it's the same thing as Phil. You know, guys say, but I think. Women say, but I feel.
I feel. Your feelings don't mean nothing, and your thoughts don't mean nothing. It's only about facts. That's what I'm trying to get through to these young people, dog. Forget what you feel or what you think. It's about what you know and what's right and what's true and what's not.
The idea ain't shit. It's just a dream until you put the footwork and action to it, guys.
And then did you hear? Let me tell you the most undignifying part. Are you ready for this? They say he don't know how to tie a tie. They said somebody to do a form, bro, which I just find to be just like he's almost 40 years old and can't do things 15-year-olds can do. My dad told me how to tie a tie when I was 12.
Shit's sad, man.
It's worse than sad.
And this is why do we continue to celebrate Mother's Day? Because somebody raised this dummy. Somebody raised this dummy.
That's a really good point.
Somebody raised this dummy, and we
man, that was a good point.
We faithfully celebrate, run out there in the middle of the street, and they raised the price on everything and shit. And man, listen, stop playing with me. Mind you, the person that made Mother's Day, which was a female who created Mother's Day because of her mom's, a traditional woman, because her mom's, who was a single mom's, but she was a widowed mom's. She was working, busting her ass doing the house duties. She was a housewife doing the house duties and things like that. So she figured that the mom should be honored, that all mothers, traditional style mothers, should be honored. So she made the idea, and y'all gonna have to go watch the video on the channel for the rest, guys. But we getting back to this. That was a nice little cheap plug-in, right? Go watch that video. That's called the Mother's Day Massacre. I break down. They stole that lady idea and monetized it like they do everything that God left for us to cherish. You know what I mean? Like they monetize the music, they monetize the alcohol, they monetize the drugs, everything. They monetize and make it devilish. Mother's Day is another one.
In the street clothes that you previously appeared in.
With all due respect, I do not agree with that assessment whatsoever. There's no possible way that anybody will not know that I am in custody. I think that's a well-known fact because it's reported on every day in the media. It's shown every day on the news.
Arguing for no reason.
What jail I'm housed in. and that I'm in custody. It's virtually impossible for anybody to not know that I'm in custody.
Judge Doro, on that occasion as well, had Darrell Brooks removed and sent to the other courtroom, and he was appearing remotely from there.
All right, we are back on the record. Appearances are.
Yo, what is he doing? Wait, BT. Wait, BT,
Yeah,
what the
it's
fuck
about
is
to
he
get
doing,
kind of
brother?
weird.
What is
He
he
took all his
doing?
clothes. He actually stripped naked. He stripped naked. They ain't gonna show it on YouTube. He stripped naked, which was I don't know. I don't know if that's something his mama taught him how to do whenever he got mad. But yeah, he stripped naked, and the bailiffs they could have beat his ass, but they was trying to have him give him some dignity, and they blocked the camera out. But basically told him to keep his shirt on, and like a toddler, shout out to dirty folks, he stripped down naked.
Fucking incredible.
He's having a mental, bro. I hate to say it, Mr.Goodbread. He's throwing a tantrum.
Yeah, because he's not used to getting told no. He's not getting used to told no. Whenever you chilling with a mom that alienate you from your dad, she gonna spoil the shit out you, so you shut the fuck up and you don't ever say the magic words. I want to go to my dad. So you ain't gotta do nothing. You ain't gotta do nothing. You ain't gotta learn nothing. Everything get pushed at you.
And you're gonna hear him say the key word when he argues with the judge. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but you're gonna say a key. He's gonna say a very key terminology to all this to the judge. When the judge corrects him for the umpteenth time, he's gonna flash out. I want you to hear what he says. Roll the clip, please. My apologies.
2 a.m. This court ordered Mr. Brooks be removed from the courtroom due to repeated interruptions and disruption with the court. This, of course, comes on the recent history with Mr. Brooks. On every day that we have been in court since Monday, he has shown a complete and utter disrespect for the simple rules of civility. He has been removed from the courtroom multiple times. This morning alone, he started interrupting this court within a minute of the court calling the case. I should also make a record at the moment he is muted because of the way that he was removed from the courtroom and his conduct since. I have been given just a bit of information about it. I will advise everyone that I have required that the Sheriff's Department file a written report with the court regarding Mr. Brooks.
All this is so unnecessary. All this is so unnecessary. If had this been a male judge, let me tell you something. I'm all one for women getting jobs, but understand, a male judge would have had this solved in a day. Come on, man.
I agree
Like,
with that.
for one, she's intimidated. For one, I can tell this nice, soft white lady, this nice, kind white lady who probably is in a book club. I can tell she's probably a little intimidated by him. She's not used to do is this ignorant and violent. She's probably a little intimidated by him. And then number two, I think Paul would feel sorry for him because I think because judges do background checks on these dudes.
Right.
She probably feels sorry for him for the ignorant nigga who she probably figured the dude, looked at his backstory, probably think, oh, poor thing. You know how white women do, bro.
Yeah. And if you want to go real deep, I mean, he is light skinned.
Right. Well, I was thinking that same thing, but I was saying that for another day.
Yeah,
But
that's a whole nother lie.
I'm just a young nigga, Mr. Goodbread. I don't know nothing.
That's a whole nother lie because I think a black nigga would have got tased. That's why they
tased.
They come here to hear the truth. They come here because they know Mr. Goodbread gonna say the shit we all thinking but don't want to say. Motherfucker, if that was a black nigga like me, they'd have tased me standing there with my shirt all off, tattoos showing. Niggas would have tased the shit out of me.
First, with a clothesline, they would have flipped that table. They would have beat you with the chair. Like WWE, they would have used all their little combat training because all the white boys who are cops, they do MMA, even though they're not really good at it. They're gonna use their MMA on you, and they're gonna beat the shit out of you until the judge says stop.
And no, better yet, the judge would have been like, "Oh, I can't take this. I don't want to take this case." Or some bullshit like that. Like we really killers and shit. But that's a whole nother story.
They don't want to listen, OG.
At one point, he took off a shoe, and it appeared to the deputies.
He built like a little boy. Like he looks like, you could tell he didn't play no sports and none growing up. Like,
wildest moments so far from the trial of Darrell Brooks in Waukesha County, Wisconsin. He is expected to present his defense case this week. He had said he wanted to call a total of 13 witnesses. He really had his heart set on the number 13 for the number of witnesses. And at this point, we have no idea whether or not Darrell Brooks is going to testify in his own defense. And we don't know if that means
I could never take a dude like this seriously.
and just give a monologue of sorts.
I'll be the, he would want to fight me every day because he'll make a face like this at me trying to be scared. Bro, I would laugh. I would look at him, I just start giggling because I know what's in his spirit. I know what's in his heart.
Yeah, that's incredible right there, man. I can't believe that. So by now, y'all guys got to be like, what the fuck does his mother think? What is his mother think? Where's his dad?
Oh my God, this is going to be hilarious.
Where's his father at? You know what I mean? Where's his dad at?
It's going to be so
I know how y'all do. I know how y'all niggas is, B. I know how niggas is. Niggas always want to know where the dad at, then where the mom's at. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be funny. Hey, just to let y'all know, we're not laughing at the situation. We're just laughing at how this woman talk. But I'll let y'all see for yourselves.
That's a fact, though. This shit crazy, B. Let me go pull this up right here. Let's hear it from the mama, cause they get it from their mama. Hey, get it
Shout
from
out to
their
Juvie.
mama.
Shout out to La Juvie.
Word. Now we finna go see who taught him how to be a dummy. Let's see
Caroline
who taught
Reinhold spoke with
Darrell Brooks
Brooks
how to be a dummy. Because y'all always talk about I be bashing women, I be bashing mothers.
Darrell Brooks'
Stop hurting
mother
their
is sharing
feelings.
her opinions on the verdicts today. 12 News' Caroline Reinwald spoke with her, and she joins us now live. Caroline.
Joyce, she tells me the trial has been difficult for her to process. She also says her son is mentally unwell, though she did share her thoughts for the victims.
Oh, she gonna give him the play from the playbook. She gonna give him the play from the mother playbook,
There
from
it
the hell of
is.
a mother playbook. You know, when they kill a kid up, when they kill a kid, they ain't mentally challenged when they collecting them and cashing them checks, though. They know how to go to the check cash place proper. Not like they setting checks on fire, though. They never have one of those accidents where a check get cut and burnt or now me thrown in front of a train. But they
Was he
know how to
mentally ill when she kicked him out the house?
See what I mean? You see what I mean about this shit right here, boy? You see what I mean? Always pushing their responsibility off on somebody, boy.
When he was selling dope out of house, was he mentally ill? Stop
Right.
playing with me, bro.
Can you give us some backstory? On that? Because that, like, what do you mean by that? He was selling, because we seen the boy in the video. I saw the video. I showed the video where he was
Everybody in this chat who comes from an urban inner city or from the hood, y'all know how the play is. A lot of these women don't got no jobs, and if they do got a job, it's barely a job. They use these little niggas as little soldiers. Most of these dudes be thugging hard because that's their mama's main source of income.
And that's a fact. A lot of the dudes I speak to tell me that they only in jail because they was trying to keep the lights on for their moms. You know what I mean? And they didn't want their moms to spend her money on them, even though her money belongs to them. When she said my body, my choice. But they be trying to get it. They be trying to get it how they can get it without bothering.
Get it how they live.
And the
Shout out to
moms
Boosie
know that.
Badass.
And she know that. But it ain't coming from her pocket, so she don't care. She turn her head. And that's the problem right there, guys.
Says her son is mentally unwell, though she did share her thoughts for the victims and their families as well.
The hate was stopped. The hate mail was stopped. The hate
mail was stopped. Can you talk about somebody else first? How about you talk about the family?
Bitch, he killed somebody. Oh, let me not call the woman. Ma'am, he killed 6 people. You're not getting hate mail. You're getting a retribution.
Right. Fuck is you talking about?
The worst thing, they're not sending no. Go ahead.
Why is that the first thing that come out this lady's mouth, though?
Victim.
Mm-hmm. Feel sorry for me. My son just killed 6 people.
Oh, the hate would stop. The hate mail would stop. The hate emails that I receiving would stop. You know, and people's hearts begin to heal. My heart still goes out to the family.
2
My
different last
condolences
names.
to all of them, but I hope
I'm sad,
that
bro.
they can begin to heal.
Dawn Woods, the mother of Darrell Brooks, says she did not watch the verdict live today, but learned from loved ones of her son's conviction and says she's not surprised. When your son said that he didn't mean this wasn't intentional, did you believe him?
I know my son. I know.
There we go. Here we go with this. So you know your son a killer then, right?
You see how she snapped like that? See how that's where he gets that from. See how she snapped like that, like be all nasty.
Yeah. I know my son. So if you know him so well, why you ain't stop him? Why you ain't stop his ass from mowing down 6 innocent people?
The money was too good, bro. The money was too
my
good.
son. You don't know your son that well. Wow. You can't make this shit up, guys. First word come out her mouth on the other interview is the hate mail gotta stop. And then the second thing come out of her mouth, the first thing come out of her mouth on this interview is, I'm a victim.
I know my son. That's what gets that, because you notice, bro, you may not show that video. He told the judge, I'm a grown man. You can't talk to me like that. Ain't nobody told me to talk like that. He's gonna say I'm a grown man with 2 kids.
Wow.
What does that sound like? I don't know if I sent you that part. He went off on the
ever say that. No man should ever try to come up off of being a single dad. We don't get points for that. You have
I was hoping you showed that clip. It's on YouTube. It's under. He goes off on the judge. He tells the judge, "I'm a grown man with 2 kids," and he gives her a little look. He gave her the same look everybody baby mama give him after somebody put their baby mama in their place.
I'm gonna get to that right now.
Bro, let me tell you something. That when he was saying that was his mama speaking.
Yo, what's it under? It's under. He goes off on the judge.
Oh my God, it's the most watched video on the internet right now. It's got like 1 billion views. Because, bro, know why it was so viewed? Not 1 billion, but you know what I mean. The reason why it was so watched because the world is finally see what goes on in the black community in these households every day. People were shocked, but they're shocked because they're not used to this level of stupidity.
Facts. Yeah, I see so much stuff. on it.
And I see, oh boy, Professor put something in chat. He was running for something. Professor, you know he had a child molestation charge on him. So he had a child molestation charge on him. So he was already on the run as it is. His baby mom was a minor when he got her pregnant. So to answer your question, Professor.
It wasn't intentional. People who are mentally ill.
It was very intentional. The boy didn't even stop, didn't even care. No care. We saw the video, man. He drove by real fast.
And community, family, loved ones, the court system need to give them the help.
Why do mothers always look upon assistance from the public to do their job? What the fuck? I gotta play that back. No, she's not begging for the assistance from the public to do something that she had 40 years to do, to fix.
Need to give them the help that they need.
Because they're not single mothers, they're single maintainers. They don't know how to raise a parent.
The court
They don't know how to raise a child. They're single maintainers.
People who are mentally ill need help.
They need their mother,
family, loved ones.
So where y'all at?
The court system need to give them the help that they need.
Now, Woods tells me that she did speak with her son today, though she would not tell me exactly what we talked about. She says that needs to stay between a mother and son. Joyce.
I bet that needs to stay between a mother and son, because it was nothing but some old indoctrinated, manipulative foolishness, yo. Oh, it's gonna be all right, baby. You ain't do nothing wrong, baby. It's gonna be all right. They need to stop hating on us, then to make y'all out to be the victim.
I'm gonna tell you what to say. I'm gonna tell you what to say. Say this in court, and then I go send you to prison. Stupid ass.
Let's see if this is the one.
But
Let's see
but
if this
bro,
one.
haven't you seen you know a guy like this?
I
You
seen
know
this.
you know a guy. You probably seen this. You probably seen this go down in person.
Yeah, I seen this, man. The obnoxious character. There's one in, like you said, it's one in every man's circle, in every beta male circle of dudes that think they tough. They got the one guy that's fake alpha. Then they got two other dudes that's just there for the entertainment, and then they got the one dummy, the nigga that's extra gangster, extra stupid, extra smart, extra nothing, yo.
This is gonna trigger and be warned. My bad, Mr. Goodbread. I was saying, be warned. This one's gonna trigger you a little bit because he gonna say some stuff that really goes against what you believe in. Now, just be warned. He gonna make you mad.
Yourself a judge as much as bias you put up in here. Don't even tell the jury the truth. Got no integrity whatsoever. None. None.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. I would like an update on whether Mr. Brooks filled out a subpoena for Dawn Woods and provided that to the state. Has that been done?
No, we haven't received anything, Your Honor, and obviously she can appear here voluntarily if Mr. Brooks wants to arrange that. I don't believe a subpoena is necessary. We had subpoenaed her and she was under state subpoena. So I know that at least some point she had notice, but our position would be, Your Honor, that we will not be responsible in any fashion for producing Miss Woods. Mr. Brooks talks to her on a daily basis. If he wants her here, he can produce her on Monday.
Yeah, they ain't got to worry about that.
So I just wanted to know, because I know a subpoena form was filled out.
If I want her to be here, she gonna be here.
I agree with
So
the
just
state that
know that.
She could certainly appear.
It ain't even got to be no arrangement. All I got to say is come. She gonna come. That simple.
Mr. Brooks, do you intend to call her as a witness? Because I'm directing you to have her
We
here
said
at
all
9
that. We said all that at the beginning, man. Like, I don't even want to be in here that much longer. Just do what you got to do so I can get up out of here. I'm tired of being in the courtroom that has no integrity whatsoever. How can you even call yourself a
Mr.
judge?
Brooks, I need to make
Slap the shit
a
out this
record
dude.
of
I need to make a record too.
You nigga so
When am
pussy.
I gonna get the chance to do that?
All right, I need to make a
Oh
record.
my
He's
God,
being moved
bro.
to the other courtroom. He is yelling at me.
Then
He's
that
not
look.
gonna
Oh
let
my
me
God,
make
bro.
That's the
or
girl
make
you
the
look.
record that I
That's
need
the
to
hell
make.
of a.
Bro,
He hasn't sat
you see
down
me?
for
Man,
the better part of 2
All
hours.
you want. You can hold me in contempt all you want.
I'm not
All
holding
you
you
gotta
in
do is tell me
contempt.
if it's criminal or civil.
Boy,
So I
put
can
your
give you
fucking
what you
hands
need
down.
to
The
know it's
courtroom because
coming.
I do need
I'm
to
gonna give
make.
you what you know.
Put your
I
hands
need
down.
to go to the
If
other
it's civil,
courtroom because I do need to put some
If
things
it's
on the
civil,
record. The record should
where's the
reflect
contract between you and
that
I?
Mr.
Look at
Brooks
the
is
people just
yelling at
leaving.
What
me.
is the crime?
Yeah, bro. It's like
Who
it's
makes
like
the
you're throwing a
claim?
temper tantrum.
And what
He
is
is.
Put
I
your
will make the
vagina
record
up,
when you
bro.
get back. I will step off, but Mr. Brooks, you're being
It ain't no
taken to the
Mr. It
next
ain't no Mr.
courtroom.
Brooks. Don't try to address me
Thank
like
you.
that, like we cool. You don't have no integrity. How can you even call yourself a judge? Making tacit agreements, being biased, judicial misconduct, trying to steal somebody's
God. And that was there was one he slammed his fist on the table and he told her, "I'm a grown man. You can't talk to me." He does he does the neck movements and everything. I'm a grown man. I got he look up. He slammed his hand on. He said, "Look up Darrell Brooks scares judge." That's the one.
All right.
The Darrell Brooks scares judge. This is the one that's gonna have you dying, laughing, and mad at the same time. Bro, it's like, and the thing is, I'm the kind of person. See them hand movements? I'm automatically wired to where if you're moving your hands like that, I'm automatically thinking you're trying to threaten me. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, though. Facts.
He being biased, stupid ass nigga, man. Fuck. Don't know the fuck but word bias, nigga, dog.
That's crazy.
I told you I was gonna be entertained. Or y'all not entertained?
This nigga is Helluva. Fair use, fair use.
Everyone can have a seat, and then we'll get back to the roll call. Go ahead, Mr. Brooks.
I'm curious.
So fucking
Some of
stupid.
these
He can't read, bro. It's been documented he can't read.
How are some of these answers allowed to pass when they're coming straight from reports made by the people on the stand? Very curious.
I don't understand your question. I'm not sure what you're asking me.
What I'm asking is,
he don't even know.
Reading from the report that the people on the stand are giving, the report that they gave to law enforcement.
If you're asking me whether there's a mechanism in the rules of evidence and how to establish that before the jury, the answer to that is yes. If you're asking me how you do that, I'm not going to answer that.
I didn't ask how. I just to be
This is
blunt,
not an
which I've
intelligent
been
person.
since the beginning of this trial, obviously.
He's bullshitting. He's trying to fake it till he make it. But he
He
don't
don't.
even know
He's
how to do it.
yeah.
I see the whole strategy here by the prosecution. I see right through it.
All right, now it's your job to put up a defense to it, bro. That's how that works. You shouldn't have fired your lawyers, bro. You can see all that you want. Like, you can see the play, but if you can't stop it, it was good to see in the play, bro. What a dummy, yo.
He's worse than a dummy. You could tell he was somebody who just shit around in school all fucking day. He didn't pay attention to nothing.
Facts.
Don't have any cross-examination. Mainly because you've
That look
already
on his face.
schooled the people getting on the stand on how to answer certain things.
Well, that is completely speculative on your part without
It's
any
obvious.
basis in law or fact.
It's obvious.
Sir, you could ask questions that establish that. You can ask them if they've met with anyone. You haven't done that. So for you to say that right now is without basis. If you want to,
It's clear.
if you are looking to elicit what they said in the report, there is a way under the rules of evidence based upon the way the witnesses have answered to clarify that. But that requires
No, it doesn't, KDH.
Yo, she's helping the nigga.
Yeah.
Yo, she's helping the nigga with shit that your lawyer helps you with. This is why you have lawyers. Unbelievable, yo. Yo, they would have hung us already, guys.
The trial would have been over in a day.
Already.
24 hours and
I'm not going to give you any more legal advice further than that.
I don't think I have to
So
call any other witnesses that's
if
not
you're
on the
asking me to
stand.
strike their testimony based on your
I didn't say
perceived,
anything
then that's
about that.
all right. Then
yes, the fuck you did.
you're gonna call your next
That's what you was hinting to, you dummy.
I'm not hearing a request from you at this time. You said you wanted to raise.
She's not your baby mama, bro. She's not some ignorant bitch.
The legal issue is what how
Yeah, he represented himself, Daniel Brown. He chose that.
Coach.
You're assuming they spoke to them and coached them.
It's literally.
I'm not stupid.
Well, I disagree with that, sir. Again, you could ask
All of a
questions to
sudden-
lay a foundation
All of a sudden, the
with
state
these
don't got.
witnesses.
All of a sudden, for the first time in trial, all of a sudden now they don't got no cross. That's clearly a rush to try to get through the case. Hurry up. We just gonna.
Yeah, I never seen nigga argue with the judge though. Like I never seen a court case like this, yo. This is
The Midwest is very different. Yeah, the Midwest is very. See, down south, you can't even talk to the judge. Every time you talk to the judge, it's your honor. In New York, even though y'all a liberal state, y'all have courts like conservative states. You can't even talk to a judge without saying your honor.
You can't talk. You can't talk. You gotta talk to your lawyer.
Yeah.
Your lawyer will talk to the judge, bro. You don't talk to them.
The New York court system is notoriously brutal.
Wow, this nigga free.
Yeah, it's the Midwest.
Just get up and walk, bro. Just get up and walk on out, bro. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
See what happens.
we're just gonna let these people go.
Well, this is argument.
Come on, man.
This is argument on your part, sir. It is pure commentary
I just want
at this
that on
point.
the record. I see through it.
And your
That hand gesture. That's his mama. That's his mama.
absolutely no basis in
The
this
neck,
fact.
everything. His whole mannerism.
That's his mama.
You can ask these questions. You can ask these witnesses certain questions, and you're not.
That's his mama. You got the right one.
Your witnesses, sir. If you believe.
So I'm gonna start asking every witness up here that they seem just to mysteriously now not have any cross for. Have they been coached to answer the way they answer? Because
well, you can't ask that, but you can ask them if they've met with anyone ahead of their
There you go. He's calling every playbook. But what about the man? But what about the white man? What about the white woman? You know, whenever something is on their ass, they always want to deflect it to what about the man?
It's always your main fault.
Yeah. And that's what he's talking about right now. So I'm gonna just go ask everybody, nigga, get out of here, bro. Apples is apples and oranges is oranges. And look, he looked like one of them niggas that get high and then start talking all that crazy shit like if they mad.
The universe shit.
Right, yeah, because you know, two birds came, and if the two birds put together, you can make a plane out of that shit, yo. Well, you take two birds and you put them, and niggas start getting real.
It'd be like, nigga, be quiet. Yeah, bro. And all the ignorant niggas around the project, oh, word? And that's why niggas be saying stupid shit on the internet. They heard it from a crackhead like this dude.
Facts.
The crackhead, the neighborhood shaman.
All it takes for you is to be the most ignorant one in the cipher, because you know they all praise the most ignorant and dirty nigga just because he could fight for them. When somebody get on their ass, they could go to him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's we all worship and look up to the bully, the most toxic man in the black community. That's what they doing.
It gets worse, by the way, folks. You can go ahead, Mr. Goodbread. My apology for interrupting.
No.
Testimony here today, which you've done with other witnesses.
I find it very funny that these are their reports, and now all of a sudden you can. Oh, I saw the person in the car. Oh, but I saw the
now he's mocking her like a bitch. Like he's being a bitch right now.
This is how Helluva mothers move, bro.
Yeah, he's being a bitch. He's being childish.
They play the word game. And now he's trying to get her. He's trying to get her in her emotions. He's trying to get her stupid.
Trying to make her mad.
Mm-hmm.
I wish Dirty Folks was here, bro.
What they had on.
Toddler.
All right, I'm having the jury brought out. I'm instructing you to avoid the commentary when the jury comes out, or you will forfeit your right to be present.
You
pick up potential as to a witness by the name of Abel Lescano. He has.
She couldn't stand his ass the whole trial.
So as long as the jury's out, we should probably discuss that. I would like to provide the defendant and the court.
The defendant, that's what he's gonna do.
So that had to be said. So it's the defendant.
That's not how it was said.
Stupid. I would have called him every type of. I don't like calling men bitches. I would have called him every type of pussy.
This is to benefit you so that you understand your witness has a prior record.
Your Honor, when I leave the table, I'm away from the courtroom and I have to elevate my voice. This is the alleged record of Abel Lescano.
Stop talking.
Come on, man. Like, I don't know who y'all be thinking y'all fooling. I set for value, return for value this document.
One more interruption and you're going to be removed to the next courtroom.
That's what you want to do anyway.
It's not what I want to do.
Watch this. Watch this.
Attorney Opera.
So can
Your Honor, I believe he has 7 prior criminal convictions via OWI 2nd from 1997.
That was him hitting his fist.
OWI 3rd from 1997 and OWI 4th from 2003.
Look at this nigga.
Trespass to dwelling.
Mm-hmm.
I need to take a break. This man right now.
Goodbread, you would slap the shit out of this dude. Just be real.
He pounded his fist. Frankly, it makes me scared. And we're taking a break.
Look at him. Look at him. He wants people to be scared of him, but you could tell growing up he wasn't intimidating enough for other people. He was the type where he had to use his voice to intimidate people, and now
He the type that he bought his friendship, bro, because his mama spoiled them. This is a spoiled little man right
Wow, you
here.
right.
So he bought his friendship because he always had the money because his mom sugared him up. You could tell them spoil you little motherfuckers.
He's light skinned.
You know it. Or he heard all his whole life. Oh, he cute, he handsome.
Mm-hmm.
One more before we get to the good.
This you show, yeah. You should show some respect. This when he talked about his kids, how he a single father with kids when he ain't never raised none of his children. He got like 6 kids.
And who but a modern woman want to blame their kids, want to use their kids as any type of victim of what?
We broke this nigga down tonight, bro. No, he would be mad at us right now.
That's his business.
Man, Goodbread, you don't know nothing.
Sorry. Thank you, sir. You may step down.
Nah, you always pulling a black man down. You a coon.
Ain't you black too? You a cool Mr. Goodbread. You a cool Mr. Goodbread just because you don't live in the law's value system like I do.
Facts. You defending them white folks. Any of them was your family?
Wow, bro. And did they tell you somebody to tie that tie from?
Yeah, it looked nice. It looked real good.
You funny. Let me turn my mic off first.
Finna choke the shit out this boy with that tie, boy.
May have something later for that particular witness.
All right, I'll try to raise that on an appropriate break. Call your next witness, please.
Is there only one witness left?
Yes. For that, yes, for that time. Yes.
No one else is here?
No, it's not 10:30 yet.
That's how he pulled all the bitches he ever got. That little look on his face. Yeah, because he used to pull all them little young bitches because, he think he a little light-skinned nigga with some swag. I could tell what kind of nigga he is. All the little young bitches liked him. All the dumb young bitches.
I don't have that list right at my fingertips.
You said what happened?
I don't have that list right at my fingertips, but I know there's a witness available, so please call your next witness.
Can I be provided that 10:30 list?
Does the state have that? You could pass it over. I don't have that at my fingertips.
Sure, let me try to, I have it, but I'll write it up for Mr. Brooks to review, Your Honor.
Thank you. While we're doing that, if the jurors want to stand for a minute, go ahead, or anyone else in the courtroom.
They finna cook him. They about to serve it up. They about to serve it up hot on his ass.
Look, homie stretching.
He the one winning the hardest. You about
yeah, we got him.
They about to talk about his child molestation charge. Boy, they finna get his ass. They got a nice play on his ass. A little bullshit tattoo on his eyebrow like he hard.
In return for value, this
Let me stop.
paperwork.
Thank you for everyone. Have a seat then. Please call your next witness.
And who determined this order?
Mr. Brooks, I'll take up that issue outside the presence of the jury later. If there's a witness available, please call the witness.
That's not the witness that was intended to be called at this time.
I understand that, sir. Under 906.11, I have the authority and the discretion on that, so please call the witness who's available.
So I'm being rushed to judgment.
No, sir, I'm trying to have an effective and efficient use of all of our time. So please call the witness.
Which is respected, but at the same time, being this is my
All
time
right,
to
I'm going to
present my
excuse the
defense.
jury for right now. I'll rise for the jury, please.
He argue about everything, can you people? He turned everything into an argument like Helluva mothers, boy. Like women, modern women.
He's the perfect fit for a hood bitch. Like he has the energy of a hood bitch.
Yes, Helluva son. This is the Helluva son of the year, Darrell Brooks. Darrell Brooks.
Of the decade, if we really talk about it.
All right, thank you. Be seated. Mr. Brooks, under 90611, I do have the authority and just my inherent authority over this case to require you to call the next available witness. You, in my opinion, were not entirely cooperative yesterday with the process, and so I told you.
Hey, let me go get my little nephew situated real quick. Give me like 5 seconds.
3 witnesses would come in at 8:30, 2 would come in at 10:30, 2 would come in at 1:30, 2 would come in at 3:30, and then if there were any left, I wasn't sure if there were or not, would come in at 4.
You also didn't provide me with that list.
You were advised on the record,
But
sir.
you didn't provide it to me.
Sir, you chose not to write down. So that's on you, not me.
Nah, that's
so.
no. You
Here's
can't.
the
That's
thing.
a rush to
Erica
judgment.
Patterson is here, so I'm advising you that she will be the next witness that you call if you so choose. If you choose not to call her right now, then I'm releasing her from the subpoena because we have almost 45 minutes until 10:30, just slightly under that. And there's no reason for you not to call her. She's on your list. She was on the listing as I understand it, the groupings of 3, Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon, and so on and so forth. That's the order. I told you very specifically, I'm not going to have everyone come in at one time because that's not efficient, that's not effective, and it's not courteous to them. People have families, people have jobs and other responsibilities, and we're trying to be mindful of all of that as well while having the state assist you in getting these people here. So I'm advising you that if you don't call her right now, you will forfeit your right to call her.
Is that lawful law?
Sir, I believe I have the authority to do that. She's here. She's ready to go.
Brace yourselves for the most annoying terminology you'll ever hear in your life.
I have the authority under 90611 and other rules and the inherent authority of this court to control the order and mode of interrogation.
Your Honor,
of witnesses.
why is it always so hard to just say yes or no?
Yes,
is it lawful
I have
law?
the authority, sir.
I'm not disputing that.
You just
I'm not disputing. No, I asked the question, is it lawful law?
Sir, I've told you what I believe my authority is. Okay,
You
if you
told
don't
me
want
what
to
you-
recognize it, that's
told
fine.
me
You
your
want to
authority.
object and note it, that's
told me
fine.
your
Your
authority.
objection
I'm
is
not
noted on the
debating
record.
your authority. I'm not.
So I will address one other issue with you because you said you had an issue regarding the last witness, which is fine. We can address that quickly. And then I'm going to have the jury brought in and that will be your opportunity to call
That's a
Ms.
misdirect.
Patterson.
That's a misdirect. What issue did I said I had with the
You
last?
said you wanted to raise
said-
an issue with about
What I
Detective
said
Guzman's
was
testimony.
I might have more questions for that witness. I didn't say it was an issue.
Oh, I didn't hear that, sir. You had your opportunity to ask the witness questions. He's been released.
Your Honor, if I mumble something under my breath, somehow that's audible, but when I talk clearly, somehow
I may
nobody
have
hears
missed
me.
it, but I heard what I interpreted was when you said I may have an issue with this witness. I didn't understand. I guess I didn't take that as you were going to reserve your right to recall him.
That's female nature. All that body and that neck
Yep.
and that looking up in the air. That's not a masculine frame, guys. Don't be fooled. That's female nature right there.
Are you telling me you'd like to reserve your right to recall Detective Guth?
DialPad's AI sales has completely transformed how we sell. AI is built right in with life coaching.
Yes.
All right, then that will be noted, and we'll keep him under the subpoena. Now, that should address that. I'll have the jury brought back in, and you should be prepared if you choose to call Ms. Patterson. This is your opportunity to do it.
At the same time, though, that's still a rush to judgment, Your Honor. You can't. I shouldn't be forced to call people in the order that I'm being told to when these are my witnesses.
That's not even important, bro.
It's not.
Mr. Brooks.
But I said that.
And
from the
so
beginning.
then I asked
Your
you
Honor,
to put
with
him
all
in
respect,
flux.
did I not inform Your Honor in the court that I would not give a specific order? I stated that numerous times.
And Mr. Brooks,
Numerous
I
times.
have authority to tell you otherwise. You
I
may
did.
not like it. You may disagree with it.
It's not
You
about
have
that.
been-
It's about the rush
You
to
have not been
judgment, Your Honor.
cooperating with this process. The
There's
state has
nothing to cooperate
graciously
with.
agreed to assist you given your custodial status.
Okay, and I never asked them to
frankly,
do
any
that.
attorney in this
I
situation
never asked them to do that, Your Honor.
would give us the order.
Did I or did I not?
That's the same thing that Helluva mothers be saying. That I didn't ask you to do all that. Bitches be broke, dead broke, and bumming around you. You get them something because you don't even, you the type that don't even ask me. I'd rather do for you before you even ask. And
You
when
can't
do
show a
that-
good heart to these hoes.
And when you do that, what happened? I ain't asked you to do that. Well, I ain't asked you. Okay. It's always the next time, bitch.
Did I ask them to do that? I did not ask them to do that. They
No,
volunteered.
They offered.
So at the end of the day,
but we expect
if
your
they didn't want to do
cooperation
it,
in that.
yeah, but that wasn't one of the stipulations when they offered to do it, Your Honor. Let's
No, common courtesy is the stipulation.
okay,
sir.
but it
And
wasn't
here's the
stipulated
thing.
to, so I didn't have.
You are well advised of how this process was going to go.
No, I was not.
It is
Because
normal
if you
in a trial.
you can't
to call
put the people
witnesses
you can't
out
put the
of
people
order
in a
based on
specific
their
spot for me,
availability.
Your Honor. Come on now.
It is.
That's a rush to judgment.
There's no rush to judgment here. You
Did the
keep
state
saying
did the
that,
state
sir,
have to
but
put
that's
their
not the
witnesses?
case.
Your Honor, with all due respect, did the state have to put their witnesses in order and tell me?
It's irrelevant what the state did.
Did they have to do that?
They didn't need your assistance to do that.
Did they have to do it?
No, they did
I
not.
didn't have to be
do it.
provided with. We're going to call this witness at this time.
But they're
and this
able
witness at this
to
time.
contact
They
their
didn't have to do that, so
witnesses
why should I have
and
to do that?
accommodate their schedules. This is not about
Both
the-
KD8.
Not about the state. It's about the witnesses.
It's about what's fair.
availability.
It's about what's fair.
No, frankly, sir, it's about you trying to control what's happening in this.
How am I controlling what's happening? I'm the one shackled.
For every man, there's a woman. And for every dummy, there's a dummy.
To the table with
So here's the
with a shock
situation.
device
It is
on my ankles.
9:52.
So how's I'm trying to control anything?
I'm
I
having
just
to-
want this
I'm
to be
going
fair,
to-
and it hasn't been fair.
Mr. Brooks, it's fair.
No, it's not. If I have to do something that they don't have to do, how's that fair?
It's fair.
Explain to
because
me how
of
that's
the
fair.
process that has been set up to frankly help you. get
No,
the
it's not
witnesses
helping me by
to
it's helping
court.
the state
And no.
by being able to say, if we know the time and we know
You
the
did
person
not-
and
I
we know this,
asked you-
then we can be prepared. So we'll already be ready.
Mr. Brooks,
That was
I
the
asked
whole
you
aim of that.
yesterday, and I would have had her come in later. You didn't want to answer that question.
There was no
And
question. There was no question to answer.
That's not
I
true.
did what you asked me to do, Your Honor. You
No, you
said
didn't.
yes, you did. You did. You asked me to give them my witness
Mr.
list.
Brooks,
I gave them my witness list. It's not my fault. It's not my fault they weren't gonna be prepared to
Mr.
do
Brooks,
their
here's the
to
deal.
do
The
their
jury's
cross.
coming out, and I'm gonna stand my ground on this.
I'm gonna
Okay,
stand my
it
ground
is-
too, but I'm
if
not
you
gonna
don't call
be
her-
disrespectful or disruptive.
If you
I'm just
don't
stating I
call
wanted to be
her
fair.
When the jury comes back out, I'm releasing her from the subpoena.
You can't do that.
For
Law-
your
where's
lack
the
of
lawful law?
cooperation.
Where's the lawful law? I have the right to
You have to
witnesses.
cooperate with.
There is no such thing as lawful law. FYI.
Right.
Nigga making shit up. Like Helluva mothers.
require
It's
you
not
to
the
call
witness
her
that
right
should have
now.
been.
He making this shit up as he go.
I am beside myself how
Yo, this
uh,
man need help. This is embarrassing, yo.
he don't need
So
help. He needs to be humble. Like this is somebody who nobody ever told him to hold himself accountable growing up.
yep, because he
Ain't
raised.
nothing
You can
wrong with
tell he's
him.
raised. You can tell he's raised by somebody that didn't take accountability.
Hell nah. He
Had
probably talked
mistakes.
back to his daddy and his uncles all the time. They try to help him, and he probably talk grimy to him.
Right.
Been caught at this time, Your Honor.
It is based on the list that you provided and
That didn't
in the
have a
order.
time. That didn't have a time or of
I'm not going to
or
play
order.
this game with you, sir.
It's not no game.
It
That's what
was-
you don't
it
seem
is
to
a game
understand.
you. I believe that fully.
I don't care what you believe fully.
All right.
It's not a
Here
game.
it comes. It's coming out.
I don't take this
coming
as a
out.
game. That's what
Let me explain
nobody.
this to you
That's what
once
nobody.
again.
You don't got to explain nothing to me.
Do you want?
That's what you don't understand. You think that
want
this
the
is a whole
opportunity
game
to
to me.
question?
This is not a game to me, Your Honor. Nothing about this is a joke.
I never.
That's
said
what
it
y'all
was a
don't
joke.
understand.
But there's
And it's
some things in the
unfair.
ship
It's
that's going on.
unfair and it's disrespectful to me that you think I would come in here purposely and treat this like a joke or a game.
I never said it was a
What
joke.
type of statement is that?
Mr.
Your life is not on the line. Mine is. And you think that I think this is funny?
I don't think it's funny whatsoever.
So
And I understand.
I think, Your Honor, with all due respect, I think
Here go the drama. Here go the drama. You know they can't go nowhere without trying to win the Oscars.
Then he stands up. Why are you standing up? Everybody else around you calm. Everybody else around you got common sense. Why are you the only one getting emotional?
It's a hell of a man, boy.
I think you should show
we're
some
going to take
respect.
a 5-minute break. And when we come back, the jury's coming out. And you
This a breaking ass judge, boy. This a breaking ass judge.
need to call your next witness. Thank you. We are in
No,
recess.
you're not rushing me to judgment. I don't care what you're talking about.
I thought he was gonna say. I thought he was gonna say that bullshit about his. Yeah, I forget which clip that is. I'll send it to you after this live is over. He gonna say you ain't gonna tell me what to do. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. I got 2 kids. I got 2 grown kids. Yeah, that's his mama telling him when somebody try to tell his mama how to raise his son.
Without having that letter.
So
The
what
state
about?
has the ability to question you about that or question this witness and to look at the veracity of what your claims are here. So
You don't know what that means, man.
when I may take an early lunch.
That's not one of us.
And you can go get it and bring it. But without that letter, I'm not allowing this line of questioning. Do you have the letter with you in court?
I just said no. How many
Okay.
times I got to say the same thing on record?
You know, sometimes, sir, I don't hear what you say because you interrupt me so much or you answer quietly. And I'm taking notes and I'm focused on probably a dozen things at the same time.
But if I say something under my breath, everybody seems to hear it.
Because you're a smart ass.
In a quiet courtroom, yes, we can hear it very clearly.
Everybody assumes that it has to be disparaging.
Once again, you're doing this tactic.
Because
it's
not a tactic, it's facts.
What we're talking
It's
about
facts.
to some other reason.
It's facts.
to
Because
some
I
other
find
thing.
it hard to believe that
I'm going to
all
let
of
the
a sudden
state.
nobody hears what I
KDH,
say.
if Judge Judy would have judged this,
Make
his
a
case would have been
record of
over
why
in
they
about an
believe
hour.
It's objectionable because I haven't let them do that. I've given you multiple opportunities to tell me why you
So
believe
I
it's.
didn't get these pictures from nobody else. Why was
The
somebody
record will
else
reflect you have 2 pictures that you believe were from this witness.
that I know is from?
No, that you believe.
That I know.
All right, I'll ask the state.
Oh, here it
position on all
comes.
of
Here it
this.
comes.
My position, Your Honor, is that these pictures, first of all, should not be admissible. 1, because of a discovery violation. We've never seen them before. 2, because we have reason to believe that he did not get them from Erica Patterson. He is on a jail phone call talking to his mother, Dawn Woods, about Dawn Woods sending these photographs to him. Now,
that's a lie. I object to
Let
that.
the state make.
That's not a lie, you big dummy. They got every single call coming in and out. Well, coming out recorded, you big dummy. And
What
they
type of
tell you
street
that.
nigga don't know that?
They tell you that. They tell these dumb niggas that when you call and when they call and they let the other your mother knew, whoever you dialed out to, they knew. They run it down on the phone. They say the recording this will be recorded You know what I mean? For criminal purposes. They let you know what they're going to do with that shit.
Hey, my advice to the NBA YoungBoy super fans: if you're gonna be a street nigga, know the rules.
Right. Stick your head in the Constitution every now and then, guys. Know your rights. Pick up the Bill of Rights.
Take their argument without interruption, sir.
That's a lie, though.
3, I believe that these photographs are designed to make a suggestion to the jury that Erica Patterson is a bad mom. I think that is what the defendant is trying to do.
Which she is, but he chose it.
Then we would be forced to counter that claim. First of all, it doesn't make her an incredible witness, if it's even true. And second of all, if we go down that road, we would be forced to counter that claim by pointing out that not only does the defendant not live with the child in question, he doesn't live with any of the other children that he has. He impregnated Erica Patterson when she was a minor in Nevada. And for doing so, he was convicted of statutory sexual seduction, pled guilty in March of 2007 to that felony offense, and is a sex offense.
Oh, hold up now. Hold up.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you. Yeah, that this is gonna be part 2 of the live. In fact, let me tell you something. You can do a lot on that.
Look what you've done to my peonies!
They're marigolds.
Good God, I think she's right. They are marigolds.
I may not know my flowers, but I know a bitch when I see one.
So the stats that show single mothers raise pedophiles, killers, weirdos, and destructive human beings is not a lie, guys. It's not just it's
course not.
Stats are stats for a reason, guys. Incredible.
And also, Mr.Goodbread, I'm gonna send you the baby mama did an interview. She's trying to get famous off this, bro. She's a hell of a mother. She's a hard up hell of a mother. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna send you that one after this live is over. Yeah, she's just as bad as the mom. Not as bad, but she's pretty bad too. I'm gonna send that.
Incredible, yo. And you see who raised it though, but she got her little greasy hands stuck in her pockets talking about what the city and what the jail should be doing. He need help. They should be giving him help. That's the mama. And we're gonna go right after this one. We're gonna go see who taught her how to be a dummy. Cause I tell you, this shit is a bunch of dummies. Blind leading the blind. All right, guys? So you gotta identify these hell of a bitches. When you get with a woman, bro, right? And she starts capping and telling, and ladies, likewise, ladies, you get with a dude and he start capping and talking about what his hell of a mother taught him, and now he got his hell of a mother information leading your relationship. That's a red flag, automatic red flag. I should have added that on my other video I did earlier today about the red flags. Soon as they open their mouth talking about what they hell of a stupid moms taught them, that's a red flag, especially if she's not married and she's not successful. Because we all know a dummy can't teach you how to be smart, and a poor, poverty-minded person can never teach you how to be rich. But they can teach you how to be everything they are: rapists, confused, dumb, vindictive, crab in the barrel-ish. They can teach you all of that shit. And that's
Yo, Goodbread, I'm hitting the shower. I'll be right back.
No doubt, bro.
On the registry as a result. So if there's any causation that would lead to Erica Patterson being a bad mom, Mr. Brooks has a direct role in that causation.
And that's
furthermore,
I object to that.
I'm not
because that's a lie.
Let him
at
finish.
The end of the day,
Let him finish.
If we gonna open the door on that, no, since he want to make a record and not be accurate, so let's be accurate all on the record. Since you think
now he triggered.
You know so much.
Once
so
again,
we can
Mr.
open
Brooks
the door
is
on.
being
We can open the door on how old she told me she was when
interrupting.
We can ask that question
He is
too. Then
over the top animated right now. Mr. Brooks, I'm ordering you to sit down and to let the state finish.
No, I'm not going to sit here and let somebody be inaccurate on the record and lie on the record.
Right. Under Illinois versus Allen, I've warned him repeatedly. He's being removed from the courtroom. And you know what? Let me dial that back. We're just going to take an early lunch, 1 hour. We'll be back. And unless he brings that letter,
and he can show it is inadmissible. She will not be questioned, and under 906.11, I will declare the cross-examination closed. Thank you. We're in recess. 1 hour.
Get your facts straight. So let's open the door on all of it then, so we can get all of it on the record. Since you think you know so much.
Incredible, guys. This is just incredible. I don't even know what to say, guys. Mama's boy. Exactly. Guys, look at this picture right here, and you tell me what this picture means to you, guys. This is what we got going on today, guys. Before we get into the final video for tonight's live. Look at this picture right here, guys. What this picture means to you, guys. And I'm going to let you know what it means to me. And keep in mind, our perspectives don't got to match as long as we're in the same ballpark, guys. Remember in the beginning of this live, I told you if the grandmothers, if they lie and spoil their kids, they'll end up raising the grandkid. Look at the picture. Do you see that scenario in this? Do you see how every motherfucking body that is a parent, or the uncles, the daughters, all of the grandma's kids is liars? And I told you, that's all they do nowadays. The truth is criminal. The truth is a crime. Telling the truth is a crime. So you got all of these motherfuckers liars, except for the little boy, except for that next fresh generation, which if the grandmother was alive, would stay alive long enough, she'd end up having to raise that kid. She'd end up having to give that kid, she'd be the only access to real truth that kid would get, because the rest of them damaged. The rest of them high off stupidity. And this is what's going on in our society. This was going on in our society. We are the little boys, guys. We, ladies and gentlemen, we are the little boy. All we looking for is the right guidance. We're looking for right information, the truth. And these little fucking liars all around us is not trying to give us the truth. And that's our mother included, guys. Now let's go on and see who taught Darrell Brooks' mother how to be a fucking dummy. Her mother. Her hell of a mother. So we got hell of a grandma, hell of a mom, and hell of a son. In that order. And that's our generational curse, guys. That's our generational curse. Right there.
Next to Mary Edwards, if you want to turn your camera on and unmute, and then Ms. Woods, if you would.
Ma'am. Good afternoon.
I should say for the record that obviously Dawn Woods was the first speaker, and I have Mary Edwards. If you can let me know who's next to you, please.
Oh, there's no one next to me at the moment. Thank you. Okay. Are we good to go?
I need to know who's in the room with you because I saw them.
That's my husband.
Look, grandma already popping off with a fucking lie. So you're a liar too. She clearly saw you had your husband or whoever that is in the room next to you. And here you go. Nobody's in here with me. And now, oh yeah, he is here with me. It's my husband, but it's nothing. It's okay. Which one is it, miss? You see where niggas teach? You see where niggas get the lying and shit? And y'all be mad at us men. Y'all get mad at us men for lying, bro. First of all, women don't like the truth, so we gotta lie. And then our mother taught us how to lie. What happened? We got the double whammy fucking with y'all bitches.
Next to me at the moment. Thank you. Okay. Are we good to go?
I need to know who's in the room with you because I saw them.
That's my husband.
Okay.
Okay. He's not in the room at the moment.
Well, all right. That's okay.
He's not here.
I just wanted to know I saw
problem with him being here?
No, he can be there.
There you see where he get the little sassy attitude from. You see where he get it from. It's just passed down, guys. Remember, it will visit the inequities will visit. It will visit. Pass down.
Since I know who it is, we'll just.
All right, this is my husband is here.
Will he be speaking or just you?
She's a lying ass lady, man.
No, he's not
Crab
speaking.
lady.
All right, go ahead. Thank you for being here today. And again, if I look like I'm
Now already, me personally, guys, her credibility, grandma credibility is already shot because you a bullshitter. You a bullshitter. You playing games. You can't even be honest on simple shit. So what you fitting to tell me? You fitting to beat me in my fucking head right now. You ain't fitting to tell me nothing moral. You finna beat me in my head. Let's hear it.
looking to the side, it's because that's where the monitor that I can see you is located. So go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. For the record, my name is Dr. Mary Darlene Edwards, and I am not the wicked grandmother of the West. I am the grandmother of Darrell Brooks Jr., and I asked to be here today for two reasons. First of all, from the bottom of my heart, I want to offer my sincere apologies to those who have been hurt so badly by what has happened here.
You must have saw how mom's botched that whole situation. You must have saw that, because I'll give you that, Grandma. At least you started up. Well, no. Hold on. What the fuck is you talking about? She had to mention how she's not the wicked grandmother. Yeah, that you are. But why do y'all jump on here and care about yourself more than the victims that your sons killed? Did y'all peep that, guys? How they always make it about them and they make them out to be a victim for sympathy first before they can apologize? Somebody did something to them, but they want to overlook the fact that their grandchild is a murderer and they fitting to protect this man. They fitting to sit up here and protect a murderer. This is what we do, black folks. This is what we do, right? We lie and eat crab legs and cover the cat box for our kind, right? We reward bad behavior. That's what we like, right?
Tragedy that has been caused by my grandson. I want to also apologize to the family of the little boy. I understand their name is Sparks. And to all of those whose lives have been damaged by this overwhelming tragedy. As a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ, I want to give the...
Oh God, here we go. This must be the part that Bree T was talking about with the utter disrespect for the real God. Oh God, hey, go on, miss. Go on. You came in at a live lion, abomination at the lips, but you are Christ. Get the fuck out of here.
Family and those who've been hurt so badly, the scripture, blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted.
Oh, so since we want to read scripture, you see how these manipulate people, you see how they use my Bible to manipulate folks, bro? You see how they use since we want to talk about scriptures, I got some scriptures for your ass, ma'am. How about we start with Proverbs 29:15? The rod and reproof gives wisdom, but a child left to himself brings shame to his mother. Yeah, to his mother. How about you read that scripture, ma'am? We want to hear that one. We want you to read that one. Or you can read this one, Proverbs 29:17. Discipline your son, and he will give you rest. He will give delight to your heart. Come on, guys. That's all he talk about throughout this thing. Discipline. But y'all get these kids and y'all treat them like y'all they best friends and y'all spoil them up. And then y'all send them out there in the environment, spoiled little fuckers, to go spill that bullshit and that entitlement all over the kids that was raised with some sense. That's what's going on. Proverbs 23:13. Do not withhold discipline from a child, If you strike him with a rod, he will not die. All right? Now let's get back to the bullshit she finna say, because now she finna cherry pick and pick some old bullshit. She finna pick some old bullshit. But those are the verses that fit this situation, man. Anything you finna kick out your little churchy mouth is a lie.
And I say this, please know that it's my prayer that my grandson will sincerely and humbly apologize and ask all of you and God for forgiveness for this horrible, terrible deed. Some of you have said that you will never forgive him. Please do not be like the man who drank the poison and hoped his enemy would die. Unforgiveness is a terrible disease, just like mental illness is. Truly, there have been many losses because of this tragedy. Darrell's mother has lost a son. I've lost a grandson.
Nobody care about what y'all niggas lost. Wait a what? Yo. I can't make this shit up, guys. I ain't make this shit up. She wrote this too, so she ain't freestyling. She wrote this. She wrote this bullshit. Who cares about what y'all lost? 6 people died because of your grandson's negligence, and you on here looking for sympathy, and you go mention the fact that you some old church woman. So on top, so you looking for the double whammy, because now you looking for the church manipulation, because you go mention Christ or some shit. You think everybody's supposed to be like, oh, and now you're a woman, you're an old ass woman. So hey, oh, that's the double. Oh, no, man. No, you gonna get this work too. You's a hell of a bitch. You's a hell of a bitch. And you ain't raised your daughter. And now you got to raise your grandchild. You see how that works, sis?
His enemy would die. Unforgiveness is a terrible disease, just like mental illness is. Truly, there have been many losses because of this tragedy. Darrell's mother has lost a son. I've lost a grandson. Darrell's children have lost a father. And Darrell has lost his mind and his life in the outside world. Darrell's behavior includes.
Yo, I dead thought I jumped the gun, right? Because I'm like, all right, after she say what Darrell and she gonna say the family. Nope. And then they get mad at me when I say black people are the most racist and are the most violent and the most evilest motherfuckers on the planet, bro. And they don't even know it. Just don't come near me with that shit, bro. Keep that shit away from me, bro. Keep that shit away from me. I'm the same skin color as y'all, but listen, keep that shit away from me, bro. You will be stabbed. Straight like that.
Including his voice, should get the attention of the powers that be, both near and far. Darrell has suffered from bipolar since the age of 12.
So why y'all ain't get that boy some help since the age of 12? So why y'all stick your hands in the pocket, get all these checks from the kid? Because I'm sure if y'all knew that from 12, then y'all been getting checks since 12 for the boy. Still ain't getting no help for the boy though. Just collect all of the checks. Throw the little kids on SSI, get all of the checks, and never get no help for the kid, then send them outside so that they can play with the rest of the kids and kill them. Where is Black Lives Matter at for this one? Oh, because black people killed white people, so it don't matter. It don't count. So it don't count when a black person kill a white person. It don't count when a black person kill a black person. It only count when a white person kill a black person, which is the minority of our killing and our murders. All right, I see how we playing now. Keep that shit away from me.
And it was that disorder that caused him to drive through that crowd. It is my prayer that he will be treated for this illness and managed in a facility that addresses mental health.
Miss Edwards, now if you were so godly and so holy as you play, you would be able to help him and treat him, sis. You'd be able to pray for him, pray over him, touch him, kiss him, hug him, heal him, sis. You better use some of that black girl magic that Sky Zaddy gave you. Wink, wink.
Concerns. We must start with a younger generation. Finally, I'm 80 years old, and I have been an ordained minister for the gospel of Jesus Christ for 47 of these 80 years.
And so you should be able to help your grandson. And do you see how she formatted her speech, guys? You see how it was very well strategic. She mentioned the victim family for in the first paragraph, right? And ain't said nothing about the victims in this case since. She got it out the way. Remember, I told you there's nothing natural about them. Everything checklist, right? She got it out the way, and now she's going for the sympathy. She's going for the participation award. Sympathy Olympics. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna work. He lost.
If you look at my background, you will see that God has used my life to bring about positive change.
No, sis. Look at your daughter. Then look at your daughter's son. I don't think you want to put that on God, man. You see the shit that they do? You see the shit they like to put on God? They work their whole life with the devil, right? They spend their whole 87 years working with the devil, right? And then turn around and want to blame that shit on God. No. Keep his name out your mouth, sis.
In multitudes of residents in the city of Detroit and beyond. I share this information not to boast. That is not my intention, but rather to let you know that I care about people and their well-being. I've spent more than half of my life helping what the Bible calls the least of these, AKA society's rejects. Since this tragedy, I have become a mental health coach. This will help me better understand this horrible disease, which has plagued my family for generations. Presently, there is a church in Detroit that is planning to establish a mental health clinic on the east side of.
And that's where my picture comes in at, guys. Because by the time she get down to the bottom of it, she's going to die. And she's never going to get a chance to teach it to Darrell Brooks kids. So he's got their kids, his Darrell Brooks kids, is going to be raised into entitlement and into stupidity because they ain't going to have no dad. He going to jail and the curse going to continue. Straight like that. I tell you no lies. Haven't lied to you once. I don't eat crab legs.
Suicide is a leading cause of death in the.
Look at how she's really going in for the kill now. They talking all of our shit. They talking all of our talking points that we talk to the modern woman. But when they want to use our talking points to defend some stupid shit, boy, they'll use it. No integrity in these women, yo.
It's a common problem. In 2020, and listen to this, 1 in 5 American adults experience a mental health issue. 1 in 6 young people experience a major depression episode. 1 in 20 Americans lived with a serious mental illness, such as schizophrenia.
See, and they like to read these stats, right? How about reading where those kids come from? What household do those kids arrive from? You see? They do anything to not mention the creator because they're a woman and they are the creator. So they'll go after the creation. They want to point out the creation's wrongdoing, but they created it. They created it. Why are we not calling out the single mother statistics? Why are we going into these individual categories? People, Remember, I tell you, they love to substitute people for the word woman. Oh, the people. No, it's the woman. Every single thing they finna say the people do is all of the characteristics and trait in the woman. Yep. Yep. That's how you decode it, guys. Next time you're on social media, you're on Facebook or Instagram, and you see one of the memes come through like, people always doing da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Peep game. After the always doing, watch the doing is all females things, but they got the nerve to say people. Fuck out of here, boy. Woman.
That's a myth. It affects everyone. It's a common problem. In 2020, and listen to this, 1 in 5 American adults experience a mental health issue. 1 in 6 young people experience a major depression episode. 1 in 20 Americans lived with a serious mental illness, such as schizophrenia, bipolar disease, or major depression. Suicide is a leading cause of death in the United States. In fact, it was the second leading cause of death for people ages 10 to 24.
But your grandson is 40, and we're not talking about suicide. We're talking about a homicide, a mass murder even, bro. You can call that.
Accounted for the loss of more than 45,979 Americans in 2020. That's nearly double the number of lives lost to homicide. As a result of this great tragedy, I'm dedicated to living the next chapter of my life with a mental health awareness campaign.
Wow, that's funny. How funny is that? The next chapter of your life. Bitch, you got about 4 more years. Stop playing with us, yo. Stop trying to insult our intelligence, yo. Next chapter in your life. You already in the back of the fucking book.
I have faith to believe that God will hear the voices of all of those impacted by this horrible disease, as well as the cries of the mentally ill. I thank you for this opportunity to share with you from the bottom of my heart, and my prayers will continue on for those who have been affected. God bless you all.
That's a goddamn shame, guys. Now you see where the mother get it from, and now you see where he get it from. It's an entitlement thing, yo. It's an entitlement thing. This fucker gonna say she gonna dedicate her final chapter. Yo, I can't, yo. I don't, yo. I don't like these bitches, bro. I don't, son. And I tell you, I teach you all the time who teach them how to be stupid, bro. Now y'all see I'm not lying, bro. The shit be passed down. Stupidity be passed down from years and generations from their ancestors. They talk about their ancestors so much. All that stupidity passed down from their ancestors. What kind of shit is this? Now look at this shit, yo. Salute to my guy BT. I thought that was the last drink, but this is gonna be the last video. Remember, the nigga he impregnated a minor. Her name is Erica Peterson. So now his baby mom's, she's using this as a come up, as a means to come up. So let's see what she got to say. Let's see what's going on here. This old ratchet hoe. And it's sad, B. It's sad. What are you doing out there? These little girls be out there, and then you got the little pervert niggas like this nigga Darrell Brooks.
Holiday. Master your kitchen with Wayfair.
Keep that shit away from me, man. Fair use for educational purposes only.
All right, so we are going pre-recorded but live for us.
Hell no.
As far as
oh hell no. Oh my God. God, good God, wait. Oh man, I don't even know which one is. I don't know which one to hope for. Like, cause you got, if Erica is the fat bitch, that's nasty, and then this other one, she got no teeth in the mouth. Look like why she got so many spaces in the teeth? Like what the? Yeah, I saw that shit. Hold on, did y'all see that shit that just hopped on the screen right there, B? Pay attention, man. She was smiling too.
All right, so we are going
Nah, she ain't got no
pre-recorded, but
teeth.
live for us. As
She ain't got
far
no top
as
teeth. She ain't got no top teeth, yo. She got the crackhead mouth, B. What the fuck?
part 2 of our discussion from yesterday. So first, I want to say I apologize to the audience and to you ladies because we started talking before the podcast, and we were all excited about meeting basically like for the first time. At least I felt like nostalgia because you know what I mean. Because and not to act like fandom, but I knew about the case before. Obviously, I met you guys, so I was really infatuated with the whole situation, just like all of America and the world. So when you guys came on yesterday, and it was like last minute notice, it was like, oh my god, and we were like scrambling to get the podcast up and everything. So today, I want to do it more uniform, so that way the audience can digest what we're doing and whatever. I really don't want to go over unless you want to talk about yesterday, but I know this morning that you reached out to me because of the sentencing that's happening. Yeah, and you had a chance to watch it. I know Corey was upset about it because of what was going on as far as the empathy for the victims. But how for you, Erica? I understand that you have something that you want to say.
I do. I'm thinking I wanted to go to his sentencing today, but I did not. But I just told Miss Corey, I said, I will pay for an Uber to go out there tomorrow. I have words to say to Darrell. I feel like I'm not done. I want to look him in his face because he's been rolling his eyes at victim's parents, the little boy that passed away, rolling his eyes, holding his chest, making this little acting stuff. And I feel like I have a lot to say to him. A lot. I have a lot of anger, and I need words to say to him because he acts like this is just a joke, a fucking joke or something. Rolling your eyes at victims, people speaking against you, really? So it's like, I don't know. The detective asked me, did I want to speak today? But I did not. I was not ready today. So I did not want to see Darrell. But I most likely will tomorrow. I will let you know, just in case, if I do not or do it. But I feel like...
Little mama, you better mind your business, yo. Mind your business and stay out of the drama, yo. Fall back, bump your head. Your baby father going to jail.
I have words to say. Miss Corey, she has words to say to him also. It's like, it's just the fact of seeing him again.
Now, with that being said, will they let Corey give an impact statement, or is she on the list to be able to do so, or because of how she was connected?
She's not. No, I'm on the list, but she's not. That's the thing. I'm on the list, though. I am.
So, but Corey will be there for support to stand next to you at the pew while you talk.
Yes. So at the end of the day, I will let you know if I am going to for sure go. I will let you know that. So yeah.
You know me. I'm team. Oh, go ahead.
Right now I'm messaging the man, letting him know that I'm talking on a broadcast right now. So I'm telling him that I'm not good right now. So I'm messaging. So if it looks like I'm being sketchy, I'm not, I promise.
Corey, you are the like I said before, you are the X-Men to Guardian of Erica as far as we're concerned.
I said, girl, it wasn't for you. I called her, like, you came.
I don't feel like it.
You hit Darrell in his face. You rushed and came there.
Instinct. That's a hero. That's a hero in her.
I just don't feel like it. It's like I'm having my problems right now. It's like because of all this fucking trials. It's like literally it's like
Her just watching it earlier in the stuff that Darrell's doing and not just actually giving
honestly, I don't know what I would do if I was to lose her because I lost the best friend before this whole shit happened. It triggered me. It's so fucking hard.
Nah, James Davis, man, yo, we here to have a good time. We here to have a good time. We all goofy. You know what I mean? You know how we do. We're Goodbreads, man. We're all critical thinkers, so we already know. Now, we here to have a good time. Word. I'm about to close this one on up, man. These women is babbling. Shorty, we figured out which one is his baby moms. You know what I mean? And let me verify this real quick, guys, before I let y'all go. Let me verify this, cause I'm not sure still to this. I don't know which one, cause she got one of them, the mouthpiece acting like, and I'm gonna call her that, the mouthpiece. She ain't got no fucking teeth in the mouth, but she talking up for the other girl. She being her mouthpiece. Unbelievable, yo. Let me see this. Erica Patterson. Oh yeah. That's the baby moms. The black one is the baby moms. Always the black one. You know what I mean? You know, I should have knew, because black girls, they love light-skinned dudes. They love light-skinned dudes. They like, yo, you can't make this shit up, man. Yo, guys, man, I hope y'all enjoyed today's show. Like I said, it was an unorthodox show. It's not like we normally do. This is more of a reporting. You know what I mean? Salute to Darrell Brooks for taking home our Hell of a Son award for the year. He is our Hell of a Son of the year. You know what I mean? Again, guys, you have to do the self-improvement. At some point, you got to unhook from your mama titty and unhook from your mama nipple. And you got to understand that our parents, our moms, they learned on a fly. None of this easily and readable information was there to them. You know what I mean? So they had no other choice but to learn on the fly. Some things worked, some things didn't. But in any event, it ain't correct all the way, as you can look outside and see. It's way too many of our youths killing each other. Way too many of our females prostituting. You know what I mean? And that come from a lack of father figures. But it ain't like the fathers just up and ran and walked out of these houses. The system allows these women to play victim and alienate the father for a check. You know what I mean? The system allows, you know what I mean, the woman to get paid to divorce a man after the man invests all of his time to build with this female. The system also promotes stupidity to our women through their TV shows and through their radios and shit like that, guys. So you got to understand, when you going into these relationships, a lot of these women are damaged. You know what I mean? And I'm talking women from a perspective of the moms, because that's the person that's responsible and have custody of the boys. See, we like to beat up on the boys and we like to point out the creepy little boys, but as social media is telling us, it's way more creepier women than it is boys. Like we see Darrell Brooks right here. He's just a product of a dumber, a greater, dumber person. 2 generations are dumb. But those two, because they're a woman, they're allowed to stick their hands in their pocket and move throughout the society, and nobody gets to say nothing. Nobody gets to call them out. And then we didn't have social media back in the days. So if we're seeing all of this now, can you imagine what we missed in 1968, 1970, 1980, 1990 even? Can you imagine all of this truth with proof that we missed out on? Now is better than ever, guys. Speak up, guys. Speak up. Don't give a fuck about Pookie. Don't give a fuck about the educated lames, because them 2 motherfuckers are beta males and they're gonna fight. They're gonna kill each other. Don't worry about what they doing. You focus on yourself. You know what I mean? You focus on yourself. And that's what the self-improvement gonna come down to. No way in the world do you ever want to be moving like this man, Darrell Brooks, bro. You can't tell me when this man Darrell Brooks wake up, he actually look in the mirror and asks himself, am I acting like a grown-ass man? Because if he did, I'm sure he wouldn't like the answer that mirror gave him back. Because that's not grown man. It's nothing grown man about acting like a baby because you can't get your way. Grow the fuck up, guys. All right, y'all? And I ain't going to hold y'all much longer. I want to give another great and special shout out to my guest tonight, Brian Turner. BT, you are the truth. You know what I mean? We got to do some more of these. This one was a go. This was anticipated. We waited. We got all the evidence. We got all of the juice. And we did it right, yo. So salute to you. I want to give a great big shout out to my God. let me get this guy. Let me get it right. I told him I was gonna give him a shout out. You know what? I'm gonna do something even better. I'll make a whole post and give him a shout out in the post on the community tab. You know what I mean? But salute. I see we got my guy James Davis in the house. You know what I mean? Let me go give y'all some shout outs, man, because y'all was here with me, y'all rocking with me, y'all popping this channel, y'all doing the work. I'm doing my job by providing the quality content, and y'all doing y'all job by sharing it on y'all platforms. You know what I mean? Y'all be running up. Y'all be running the memes and the post up. That's all I can ask for, guys. I don't ask for y'all money. I just ask for y'all attention. You know what I mean? I need y'all attention. You know what I mean? That's gold. Your time is money to me. You spend it with me. I appreciate y'all. Again, salute to BT. My guys, James Davis. We got the Art of Will in the house. And y'all go check out the Art of Will this Friday. He will be on Obsidian channel, guys. You know what I mean? Art of Will, much love and support, man. You already know we got Aviator Views in the house. The Young Bull. KDH is definitely in the house. Y'all already know. Professor, bro to the pro. You know what I mean? He's here. We got my guy D Brown. D Brown is here. Posh. We got the Queen. She's in the house. That's what's up. Always a good live stream when Posh is in the house. As you know, we're going to keep it official tissue. You know what I mean? Official tissue. Everybody get this work. We got Kings and Dreams in the house, man. Y'all make sure y'all get on over there, especially if y'all want that passport content. Man, listen, he out there. He really in the field with it, guys. Really in the field with it. Good brother, too, y'all. Good brother. You know what I mean? Got a lot of regulars. We got our regulars. You know, T.O. What up, T.O.? You know, I don't mind it only being about 30 of us in here because that let me know 30 people want the truth, the absolute truth. They ain't got time for the bullshit, you know what I mean? And I always tell y'all, we're going to be a small, intimate group. Small, intimate group, you know what I mean? Not everybody going to be able to make it here. You know what I mean? But all right, guys, I ain't going to hold y'all much longer. Shit, tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Shit, I'm rushing it. Tomorrow's Thursday. The week almost over. Y'all wrap up, strap up. Do not play with your life. We do it for the culture, guys. Love and respect. Have a good night, man.